What is up, guys? Thank you for clicking on my video. My name is Toxin, and I'm extremely thrilled to be able to share my story with you guys today as a political content creator from the conservative side of things. You know, what my journey's been, why I started, how I got started, and yeah, why I continue to speak out politically against the Democrat and left party. I think, they are filled with demonic, evil people. I think the left has been completely radicalized, and I believe that they are the downfall of America. I think that they are, anti-American. They're as anti-American as it gets, and they display this more and more as time goes on. Things are getting more and more extreme. Sorry, I just hit the camera. But things are getting more and more extreme, and, it doesn't look like we are moving in a direction of coming together as a society and saying, look, we're all people. We may have our disagreements, but America's the greatest country in the world for these core principles, these values that make us so great, and it's what separates us from other places in the world, and we need to uphold them, and we need to, respect our country's constitution. So my journey on TikTok, let's start with that. I started posting in June of this year. So it's October 10th now. I started posting around June 28th, June 29th. By August 15th, I had developed a following of 15,000 followers, which, I was excited about. I was like, whoa, this is pretty cool. I had never really had more than like 500, and it was always, like friends from high school, things of that nature. So I was pretty excited to have done that. I had a few videos go viral. Anton Daniels, who's a YouTuber, actually made a TikTok where he reviewed one of my videos, agreeing with it. This was one of the videos where I will try and pin it in this video, but I said black people are more racist than white people in today's society. And this is a statement that I will stand by, and they display it more and more as time goes on, like I said before. But anyway, yeah, so I started posting. My TikTok went viral. I was getting a ton of hate. The first, I want to say, 15 to 20 days, all I was getting was hate messages, just rude, nasty, horrible, spiteful individuals just saying things that weren't even necessarily true. Like, they don't even choose good insults to use. Like, I have horrible teeth. My teeth are my biggest insecurity. Not one person ever made a comment about my teeth. They would say things like, I'm a homosexual, or I'm ugly, or I don't get any women, which I have a girlfriend. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. They would just say things that were objectively false. And I believe that's a big difference between conservatives and Republicans. Republicans will say things that are objectively true. I mean, be hated for it. The Democratic Party and these liberals, they will literally just make up lies and spew things that aren't true, and then call you a bad person for not, conforming to it and abiding by what they're saying. And these people live horrible, nasty lives. I don't think they have any right to be speaking out to anyone about what to do and how to be, because, they're the party of fucking mental health cases. None of them fucking have good lives. None of them can pick up women. None of them are fucking athletic or work out or take any care of their body. I mean, they're just a bunch of dweebs, essentially. And there's so many of them. There's such an abundance that, they're all coming together to just form this massive party of demons, essentially. And it needs to be stopped. I mean, these people are fucking awful. So let's read through some of my comments just quickly, and then we'll get back to the story. You're not a bad person if you choose to live in reality. If an individual wants to live in fantasy land, okay, by all means, go and do so. However, don't expect me or any other person to conform to your delusions. If you call others bad people for not conforming to something that isn't true, you're actually the bad person. You're just choosing to live in reality, and we have no problems with you living in a delusional fantasy land. However, don't drag us into it. You're not a bad person if you choose. So, I mean, that is something that, everybody should understand. I mean, it makes a ton of sense. The post has 24 likes and 36 comments. So, I'll tell you guys one thing right now. someone who you triggered or, you sparked an emotional reaction, that is someone who will follow you forever. You essentially are creating a permanent hater because you got under their skin. And these people, look, they follow you more than your supporters. They comment a lot more. They're a lot more engaging with your profile, and they will look at it every day. I mean, I have seen the same people essentially just visiting my profile daily. It's like you literally dig your way right into these people's lives. You insert yourself right into it. They cannot stay away from your content and stop watching your videos. It's honestly absolutely hilarious. But let's read some of them. I guess I'm getting some of them agree. All right, shut the fuck up, fascist. Shut the fuck up, fascist. I can just read them. I don't have to show you guys. A lot of people actually came to my support, just throwing out insults, All right, this isn't a good example. No lies detected. This is actually a lot of people are supporting me here.
Why do women prefer conservative men?
Please don't date me, like in quotation marks. I've had like many beautiful long-term relationships. So that, I mean, the comments never make sense. They'll say you're in bad shape, you're ugly. And it's like, I don't think I'm necessarily in bad shape. Here, I'll give you guys a physique check. Maybe this is bad shape, but I don't know. I think it's just a little delusional. So, okay, I got into TikTok. Well, it all started, I became a political individual when I lost my child. Okay, here, I'll bring over. So, I was the victim of America's abortion policy, where essentially the father has no say in what happens to his own child. It's all the woman's choice, and if they decide, they're not ready, they don't want to have a kid, they're able to just terminate it. And I had a long-term relationship, was with this woman for 2 years. We lived together here in the same apartment. We've been broken up for a year and 4 months now, but I live in the same place that I lived in with her. We actually moved in here together, and sorry about that. And yeah, she essentially terminated the pregnancy, and didn't really seem like it was that big of a deal to her. It totally destroyed me. It broke my heart. We broke up 5 days later. But yeah, it broke my heart. I was a royal mess for a long time. I, became a substance abuser. I was in a very dark place, 130 pounds, literally rotting from the inside out. I'll show you guys a picture. But yeah, it was a really sad situation. It took me a long time to get over, and it's not something that I believe I'll ever get over truly all the way. I think I have to just live with it. But it's made me grow a lot. It's taught me a lot about life and just the way things are. And things aren't always going to work out your way, but you have to try and take the positives out of everything, move forward with your life, and even in something as sad and just despicable as an abortion. I still, like I said, will pray, look up to the child, talk. And, I have faith that I will be reunited one day. And I believe that's the happiest way to live. I wouldn't want to live not thinking that I was never going to see my loved ones who passed away and died ever again. That just seems dark and not like a good way to live for me. Personally, you can do what you want to do. That's just my opinion. I'm just speaking what my reality is. So yeah, I guess this is where I'm going to end it today. I'm glad you guys joined me for my first YouTube video. Thank you. I will be posting consistently for the rest of my life. Okay, I have no plans on ever stopping. I have developed I really enjoy what I do. I enjoy, speaking the truth and just seeing the way that the world emotionally reacts and understanding the psychology behind these freak bags. They're the outcasts. They're the weird people in society, the ones who could never have their way with women, or they didn't have a large friend group. They weren't athletes, and so they became very spiteful and envious and jealous of the ones who did have normal, good, healthy, happy lives. And it basically just creates this person that is extremely nasty and hateful. The Charlie Kirk situation. My hair looks. I got a haircut the other day, and the barber absolutely destroyed my hair. I love the way my hair looked. If you look back at my TikTok, you can see I had nice hair, not anymore, but it's okay. The Charlie Kirk situation really highlighted, the morality of these people and how they are. And, this was a family man, a role model American citizen. He was, had 2 daughters, a beautiful, loving wife. He preached, love. I mean, people say he was hateful. I just can't find anywhere where he was hateful. He was a realist. He lived in reality. He told people the truth, And you look at his lives and any of the people who live by conservative principles, or the church for that matter, if you are either very conservative or very religious, their lives just tend to be far better than these mental health cases who are on the left, And I don't know why anybody would want to associate with these people. But, they were celebrating the death of this man. He literally was shot in the neck in front of his beautiful daughters, just for speaking, And people couldn't just have a disagreement. They can't agree to disagree. And there's so many clips of people who are very famous, condoning this, basically saying he had it coming. I mean, it is sick. Nobody has that coming to them. And they were taking things he said out of context. They were skewing his words, making him out to look like a horrible person when it's just not the truth. And I'm so glad to see Americans waking up and realizing, this is not what's happening. These people are fucking cutting things and conforming them to fit their agenda. All right, none of these things are being said. None of these hateful, nasty things that apparently are being said are actually the truth. He was a loving individual. He loved each and every one of us, and yet people celebrated him getting shot. It's just so sick and disgusting. I honestly am so disappointed with our country for that one. Just a lack of humanity. But anyway, go give me a subscribe. If you support me speaking out, it's going to help me out a lot. We are outnumbered. Us regular, happy, normal, healthy individuals we're completely outnumbered in today's society. Mental health crisis is absolutely real. It is insane. And we all need to stand by each other. And I think we can really make a big difference if more people start speaking up. And I'm going to be one of them. So I'm out for now. I will be back soon. Thank you guys for watching this video. Go check out my TikTok, my Snapchat. I'll put the links in the description. And I hope all you guys have a great day. I didn't end the video. I hope all you guys have an amazing day.